Hello, hello. This is so strange. I'm just going to turn down some of that music. And hopefully we can get this started. How's that music level? Are we all good? This is the first time I've done this, so it's all very, very nerve-wracking for me. Let me just put up my pop-up chat so I can say hi. Oh, hi, everyone. Hi, Harry. Hi, Miss Drabble. Nice to see you. And Charlie Lindsay's here. Hi, Charlie. Nice to see everybody. Yay, you can hear me. That's good. That's always a good sign. Can you hear some music? Awesome. Oh, it's nice to see you all today. You can see what we're going to be working on today. I made a bit of a start, and it's going to give you a bit of an idea of what we're going to start today, which is going to be good. It'll take us a little while to do it, but anyone that was in my class last year would have already done this art. Yay! Perfect. We're all good. Hi, Ice Pixel. So you've got your pencils and everything ready, which is good. So let me have a look and make sure so you guys can see this all right. So I'm just using normal A4 paper. I'm using a normal HB pencil and just an eraser today. So that's what we've got. We'll change to that. Let me just put this on. Yeah, it is pretty cool, isn't it? Hi from Madeline. Nice to see you, Madeline. Cool. So we're going to make a start because we've only got an hour. And I know that seems like a really long time, but when you really get into art, it's a lot of fun. So make sure you've got a couple of pieces of paper with you, because those two pieces of paper are going to be, we're going to do a practice of shading first, and then we're going to get into doing our picture. And just to give you an idea, I'm always inspired by things I see online. So I wonder if I change. There we go. So put it back onto here. So everything's okay. Everything's working okay, which is good. I know I've got audio. My headset should be working fine. Yeah. Just double checking. I had someone say that they can hear me. There's no audio anymore when I switched. Ah, okay, back. Oh, no. You know, that's my fault. Do you know what I did? Because I'm learning this brand new system called OBS, which is so hard to use. I have to say it's been the hardest thing ever to use. And for every scene that I create, I have to make sure that my audio is connected. But thank you. Yay, now okay. You can see me in the little box. And what I was saying, for those of you that missed it, which was all of you, I take photos from online for inspiration, and it might be like the shape of the bottom of the light bulb, or it might be the shape of a petal or something like that I like. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to put my practice away, and here I'm going to grab my pieces of paper. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be practicing some shading. And I know that most kids that have been in my class will know that we've been practicing shading, and firstly we're going to learn to hold our pencils. If you hold your pencil really close to the end, what happens is when you turn your hand up and down, you can only go a really short amount of distance up and down. Okay, and you can practice that really short, but the good thing about that is you can press really hard and get a really dark line, yeah? But if you hold your pencil a little bit further, so you move it up, just a little bit further up here, then you can get a greater line and cover more area with the same sort of notion. So here I'm doing the same thing and only going there, but here I'm getting more of a, let me just turn this music down. So here I've got a little bit more of a motion. Okay, so holding your pencil a bit further away, practice going nice and hard, pushing down with your thumb, rotating from your wrist up and down, pushing with your thumb, down, 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 and then bringing it up really gently. So you're going from really hard to really soft, okay? So hard, 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 just do a whole bunch on your page and then going up to really soft and getting that lovely blend. Start again. And remember that lead is being transferred onto your paper. And this is what I said, a magazine to push on. I've got this mat under here, which is like a rubber mat. And it's really good because I can push down really hard and it'll cushion it. So I'm not getting like really hard lines. But if I use my table, if I'll show you here, get my piece of paper. If you just had one piece of paper on a table, those lines are going to be really hard and it's going to be harder to shade it. Yeah? You need to have a lot more control. So that's why I say you need to have something underneath your picture and just practicing those fading from dark to light. Now, Mrs. Plinston, why are you only going from one side to the other? Yes, you do get fading that way, but it's harder to do that, and I'll show you a trick. If you want to fade the other way, turn your canvas the other way. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm constantly turning my canvas. It's really, really important to keep it turning around. Yeah, you guys can hear me okay now? Hope you guys can still hear me. Like I said, it's all big practice. I make lots of mistakes just like I do in the classroom. It's important for me. Better. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, so you should just be practicing that dark, dark, dark to light. And in about 30 seconds, we're going to go over to a new piece of paper. Hopefully you've got a couple there. If you don't, you can always do the trick where you turn it upside down. That's what I do. Yeah, what if you can use both hands? Oh, ambidextrous. That is a skill. But the question is, can you use both hands really well? And then I always think, yeah, you can use both hands, and then both hands end up being smudged on the back. Because whenever you do like pencil, you get like a dark smudge here. I always do. And I have lead rubbed on my hand. So imagine you'd have it on both hands. Very cool. Okay, so let's make a start on our light bulb. So we're looking at our pages. We want to make sure that when you've got your light bulb on your page, you need to like position it correctly, and we want to make sure our light bulb is sitting sort of in the middle of our page. So I draw a very light, very, very light cross sort of in the middle of my page there. And it is super, super light, but it gives me sort of a middle point of where I kind of want my art to be. And remember, everything can be rubbed out as long as you push really lightly. Okay? So you just got to push really, really lightly, and then you can rub it out. So we're going to start by holding our pencils right on the edge of our hands. I'll just put that there so you can see it. So holding our pencil right here, so you have a nice angle like that. Hopefully because I'm projecting from my phone here, so hopefully that's working okay. So we're going to start by doing a basic sort of balloon shape for our light bulb. We want to make sure we leave a bit of space between where our light bulb's going to be and the edge of the page. Okay, so where the light bulb is and the edge of the page, I might do it up here as well, give me a bit of a guide on where I'm going to match it, a bit of a guide over here. And down here, I'm going to be coming down to a bit of a balloon shape. So giving me a bit of an idea, using that central line as a guide, we're going to come down to here. Now, I really need to leave a good amount of space down here for the bottom of the light bulb. I feel like I've come too far down, genuinely, so I am going to maybe bring it around to here. So I'm going to do this, and you can rub it out, you don't have to. Honestly, with pencil sketching, you don't really have to rub it out. And yeah, so we're going to do it like that. And then I'm going to hold my pencil right at the end and start by very lightly doing some nice round shapes coming round. And remember, a light bulb is round, so we want to have a nice round shape. Notice I'm making lots of lines. I'm not just making one line and pushing hard. I'm doing lots of lines all the way around. Awesome. Around like that. And remember my trick, I'm going to turn my canvas because I don't really want to come around like that because it's not a very natural feeling for me. So I'm going to turn my canvas around and I'm going to start at the bottom and come up to this point here. So bringing it up, bum, bum, bum. Yeah, like that. Yeah. And then connecting it. And I'm following that natural by twisting my wrist up and down. I'm getting quite a natural rounded line, which is quite cool. I really hope you guys will start sending these to me after this because I want to see that who's actually done it. I know I've got an incredible artist in my class, and she made the most. She'll know who I'm. We're back. Yeah, looks like we're back. We disconnected for a second there, but I think we're all back. Yeah, which is all good. And that's going to happen because everyone's online at the moment in my neighbourhood. So that's okay. Yeah, there I am. Cool. So where did I get up to? I said that there's going to be an S shape here. Yeah, so you should be drawing your beautiful S shapes. So hopefully we'll get some good connections happening there. Let's see if I can just connect to this one. Okay, is that one working? If I just connect to that and I remove this. Yes. How's that? Is that a little bit better? I'm going to see if you guys, just to see if that'll help with my connection. Yeah? So you're not going to be able to see me, you'll just be able to see this, the art. I'll just stop there until we can. Hopefully that's working good. Just waiting on a few people to see if they can tell me if it's good. I stop loading. Yeah. Should I go back to the other one? I can go back to this one. Is that one a bit better? Just let me know. It's all trial and error. Oh, it's worse. Okay. Yeah. I'll fix it for next time. But we'll keep going for now because it would be a shame everyone's here and they've probably started. So let's see if we've got it working a bit better. Yes. Thanks, Charlie. Charlie, you are MVP of the chat today. Giving me heads ups, making sure that I've got it all working fine. Glitching. Yeah. This is so hard. It is good. Awesome. It can be tricky. Yeah. Hey, Isabella. Nice to see you. Oh, lovely to see my old friends. Izzy, you've done this before, so you'll have a good understanding. I know this is hard, but you've just got to try your best. Remember, look how many mistakes I'm making today. So many. And that's just the reality of it. So it'll be okay. Awesome. Hi, Michael. Nice to see you, my old year 2 friend that's now a big senior. My goodness. Okay, so we've got our light bulbs. Now we're going to move on to quite a tricky part, which is the screw at the bottom of the light bulb. So let me show you mine again. And we'll come down to this is the one I did earlier. So you can see we've made that sort of S pattern on the side of our light bulbs here. And then we're going to bring it into this sort of screw. Now we want to get that general shape. You can see, if you think of geometry, this is a basic rectangle here and a little bit of a triangle down here. Okay, it's a triangle with a flat edge. It's not got a pointed point on it. So, oh, you are, Charlie. You're great. Hi, Aria. And so what we're going to do is let's connect our S's down the bottom here. Let's give them a good connection down here. And we're going to draw a very light outline of a rectangle. How's that? Is that working? And then we're going to do our triangle as well. Now my second one's turned out a little bit more squished than my first one. So, which happens. That's just part of it. So, yeah, so we've got our rectangle down here. And then we've got our triangle. And, oh, I've got heaps of people on here. Hi, Rianne. Very cool. Sophia Wong. Hi. Ava. Hi, Holly. Nice to see you. Very cool. Oh, very good. I think I've got it. Oh, the People's family's here. Is that Eden? Nice to see you here. Eden or Andrew? Very cool. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks for the 91 people. Are you kidding? Geez, I was hoping for 5. Oh, Preston. Thanks, dude. And Bruce. Nice to see you guys. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm getting distracted. Right. So let's go into this. So we want to make sure that we've got the bits and pieces ready of the bottom of our light bulb. So here, if I show you my picture, let's have a look at a basic, really basic one here. So I'm going to hold up this one. And what you can see is it's just got some lines coming down for the screw. So we're going to keep it even more simple than this. I think we're only going to do 2 lines today. So let's just do 2, maybe 3. Do 3 if you're courageous. And you want to notice that it comes up on an angle. So we're doing function at the moment. So this is kind of a little bit linked to your function. And simple machines, for anyone here that's in year 0, 1 and 2, we're doing simple machines. And one of the simple machines is a screw. And it goes down and down and down. So we want to make sure that we capture that sort of downward angle by drawing some lines like that. So, I've done 3. I did 3. Okay, so those 3 lines are going to really help us. They're going to guide us. Okay, I'm going to take some breaks in between so people can catch up with their pictures. I notice where I'm holding my pencil again. I've kind of gone to the middle because I'm working in a smaller space. It's when I'm working in those really big spaces, I'm holding my pencil on the end. I want really light. And then I'm working down here. Now, I'm going to go into a really small space now. I'm going to work. And so I'm going to hold my pencil quite close, which is really important. Making sure that we've got, yeah, wedge, lever, pulley, wheel, axle, and screw. Well done, Michael. You remember from year 2 or year 3 or 4, whatever year you did it. Very cool. Yeah, so we're going to go through and just kind of connect this with a few little lumps. Okay. Now you can choose how you want those to look. You can have them kind of come down like this. You can connect them like this. You can connect them sort of like, oh, no, like this. That's your choice on the 3 different sort of options that you want to do. I'm going to keep it really simple today. And I'm going to go, I'll leave those up so you can see them. I'm going to go round like this. Okay. And to there. And same with here. Round, round, round. Yeah. So what we're doing is we're adding that roundness to it on the sides, which is very cool. Yeah, making sure our chat's nice and sensible. Very, very cool. And looking at my canvas, what have I done? I've turned it to the side. And I'll tell you why in just a moment. So at the moment, you see my lines are going up and down. And I explained before that I like when you're using your hand, you kind of have that natural motion of going up and down. So my line is going up and down. I know it's a bit hard, Jinhee Lee. It is a bit tricky, but take your time. And I'll save this on the YouTube channel so you can come back and watch the craziness if you want to. Right, so what we're doing is we're coming down from this corner. I've drawn this quite dark, and I'm going to bring my pencil down. I'm pushing a little bit harder, not too hard, just a little bit harder. and bringing it here. Now this, if you think of your shapes, your light bulb, so if you have a look at my camera for a second where my face is, the light bulb shape sort of comes out and it's rounded, and then it comes down and around, and then you've got down here, should show you, oh, actually this will work really well. Here I have a sphere. I've got a ball, and so I'm going to hold it up here to my light. I turn my light over, and you can see the way that the light's hitting the ball, and you can see where the shadows are. So you see there's some shadows back here. I've got a window on the side, unfortunately, but if I was to cover it, you can see the shadow here by my hand. Okay, so you see how the light's hitting the ball in the front, and a light bulb is round. So we want to make sure that we get these bits on the edge dark, and then the bits at the front of where the light bulb is are going to be nice and light. Okay, so they're going to be nice and bright there. And that means that if you're going to be doing your white at the front of your light bulb, you're not going to have any pencil there. The pencil is going to be there to add shadow, because you can't add white with a pencil because it's only one color. So we're only adding the shadow onto this, and then you also notice that roundness of the light bulb goes all the way around. So if I come back to here, put my ball down, what we're going to do is we're going to add a shadow below the lip of the bottom of the light bulb. So I'm going to start by drawing in that line a little bit darker, and then I'm going to slowly bring it out. Now, I see there's another line here. You don't want to bring that shadow down past that line, okay? So I'm going to bring that shadow down to maybe in the middle, create that shadow. See here, I'm not even bringing it down. Like here, I'm bringing it down just to above the line. Okay, done. And that's all I'm doing. I'm going to leave it. Don't colour it all in. You want to have white spots, okay, Arden? You want to have white spots in there because you need places where the light's going to hit it. And we are going to shade in the sides, but we'll do that after we do these bits. So again, you see I've got this line. I'm going to start at that line again, and I'm going to bring it down all the way, and I'm going to colour it in. Yeah, very gently. And notice I'm holding my pencil quite close. Yeah. So coming down, bringing it down all the way. Awesome. Just like that. Okay. Now, the cool thing about the pencil, the way that the lead works on pencils, that it's depositing pieces of lead onto the paper. So the more you use the pencil on one space, the darker that part's going to get. So if I want to add a bit more shadow here, this is going to be a really dark corner of my picture. So I'm going to add a bit more. So I'm going to go back over it and just keep going until I can get a nice dark line in there. And here I can actually start pushing really hard, especially right there. Yeah, especially right there. So I'll push really hard and bring it out. And I barely brought it out anywhere, but it's just adding that shadow in that one bit there. And we're going to start again at the top and bring it down. I'm just going to have a look at my chat while you guys do that. Give you a bit of time. It is hard, Madeline and Tom. It is a bit tricky. Just try your best. This is not going to be perfect. It never is. Remember, we have to make lots of mistakes for our brain to work. You're only year 2, Aria. You are an incredible year 2, though. I know you are. Hi, Rianne. Why a shadow? Good question, Charlie. We want to create those shadows to create depth into our picture. Those shadows are really important to create shape and to give the illusion that it's three-dimensional. This is fun, Preston. How you going, Holly? She's one of my room 4 sausages. Okay, I'm going to pick up my pencil, and if you've got someone that's there, you can type in, let's see which classroom's represented the most. So type what class you're from, and I'm going to have lots of room 4 kids because they're super supportive. And let me know what class you're from. And we're going to start again at the top. So while I'm doing this, we're going to come up and do that nice dark line. I'm not pushing too hard at this point, just creating that nice shadow in here, starting again at the top, coming down, down, down. Excellent. And connecting it here. So you can see I've got my second line going, And again, we're going to do that slight colouring in, okay? So we're going to go boom, colouring in. And notice I'm colouring in really short up and downs, I suppose. My measurement of my room is really, really short. So I just want to go and open that up. So the longer my lines, the lighter my drawing is going to be. So you could even practice those little swish, 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 really light colouring ins. And the other thing to notice, this is going to be really hard to show you. I don't think my camera is going to show you this, but on my pencil, I'll have to take a photo and show. Oh, you can kind of see it. I wonder if I can get this connecting. I don't know. Right, so on my pencil, on the end of my pencil, there's it's got lots of little flat lines on it, and you'll find that you'll have really sharp points on your pencil, and then you'll have really flat parts where you've been doing lots of shading. And get to know your pencil. Get to know like what side of the pencil you're using. Use your sharp parts of the pencil for the hard. Like, so when I come back to doing this, I'm going to flip. I'm going to turn my pencil to the hard points, and I'm going to use that. But when I go to do this shading, notice my hand moves back a little bit. I'm going to use the flat part of the pencil. Notice my pencil's on an angle. So it's kind of like that on the page. If the page was like this, my pencil's lying flat. But if I'm pushing hard, my pencil's up like this. I think that's a really important thing to show you. Yeah? So if that's my flat page, my hand is my flat page on the table, and I'm pushing lightly, my pencil's on its side. And you see I'm using the side of the pencil. But if I want to push hard, I walk my pencil up, and I'm using the very tip, which is going to be quite a sharp point. Oh, let's see what classes we're from. Oh, I've got to scroll up. Oh, my goodness. Mrs. WB's here. I'll be so proud of you. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to see. Sausages? Yes, Charlie, they are my sausages. Some teachers call you guys chickens. I call you sausages. Hello, Hannah Rose. Room 19, room 4 and room 19 represent. Room 2, room 17, Charlie and Preston. Oh, Mrs. Osborne's here. So room 16, technically, room 1. Hi, Joshua. Hi, Harlow. Bruce, room 19. Very cool. Aria. Hi, Mrs. WB. Room 4. Hi, Sophia. Room 4. Room 2. Nilanshi is here. Hi, Nilanshi. Nice to see you here. We got room 5, my old stomping ground. If you were in my class before last year, we were in room 5. Mrs. Cookard's class. Room 1 and room 8. No, that's room 7, Andrew Plinston. Hello, room 7. Room 15. Represent. Room 4. Hey, Ryan. Hi, Mrs. Plinston. I miss you too, Hannah Rose. Who have we got? Room 20. Room 14. Room 3. Cool. We've got a bunch of people from different classes. Room 1. Very, very cool. Awesome. Great time to get a phone call on my phone just then. I hope that kept working for you. All right, how you going? Oh, there's Kaya. Hi, Kaya. All right, so you can see that we've done this. So let's keep going. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day. I hope you've had some time to catch up. Applying that shading onto your light bulbs. Okay, I might go back to this one a little bit. Go back, add a bit more colour, add a bit more depth. Sometimes if it's too light, it doesn't look as dramatic. And then let's start our new line. Let's go. Boom. Bring it down. Just to this line here. I'm not going all the way because remember we got this triangle here. Bring it down to here and shade. Pushing hard and light. Hard and light. Yeah. Just like that. Very cool. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get you guys to send me your pictures. But they're not going to be finished today because we might start the flowers. That's the time. It's been 30 minutes. So we might start the flowers, but we're going to just do the light bulbs. Okay, I'm going to go back in here. I want this darker. I want it a bit more dramatic. Now, some of you might have... I'm an artist, as you can see behind me. I love painting. I love art. I love doing art all the time. So we're quite lucky. This is actually my daughter's. She's got a pencil case full of artist pencils. So some of you might have these. And for those of you that do have these, if you've got like a 4B, a 3B, or a 6B, those leads are a lot softer, so they're going to deposit a lot more of the lead onto the page. So if I choose a 4B, for example, I can bring that in and see how much darker that's getting. I'll just change my lighting ever so slightly so you can see that a bit better. Actually, bring that up there. Okay. Oh, it's a bit hard to see. Right there. So you can see it's gotten quite a bit darker with a 4B pencil. So if you've got these we've got just these Creator Color Studio Line pencils, they're Abigail's. If you've got those, use them. But like I said, look, we're doing this with a normal pencil because you don't have to use anything fancy. You can just use a normal pencil. It just means you have to push a lot harder because these leads are harder. They're not going to deposit as much color down onto the page. Okay, so depositing nice and hard. Now, the bottom of the light bulb is going to be darker than up here, right? So it's going to be catching the color. Let's go. I'm going to make a move on this. Let's come back, get these a little bit darker. Oh, look, I made a mistake. Color it in. And it's okay. Lots of mistakes are always good. And here, now we're going to go into this. This triangle is obviously going to be really dark. Oh, now I'm turning this around. Let me just get a bit of perspective. I need to even this out a bit. This triangle is going to be super dark down here. This is not going to have much light on it at all. And so we're going to do quite a bit of shading down in this direction. So notice my hand is now moved up here. So I've got that position. If you want, you can turn your canvas. Remember, turn the canvas round. Okay? But I'm going to, I'll keep it turned just to make it easier for you guys. And we're going to come down here. Oh, actually, I'm actually going to go back this way. I know. You can turn your canvas, but if you do turn your canvas, you'll be colouring it away from you. Or you can bring it down this way. So, starting off nice and hard at the bottom. Remember, this is going to be a really dark part of the light. Let's give some colour onto that. Oh, but remember, it's round. So we want to make sure that we have a bit of light here in the middle. So, ease off in that middle bit, okay? You can, this is the one time I'll let you, like I have control. This is the one time I'll let you colour it in all the way and not leave any white. But I want to see some grey and some really dark grey on the sides. Okay? So I always learn from my mistakes. Hannah Rose, who has spent an entire year in my class, will know that the number one rule in room 4 with Mrs P is to make mistakes. And my goodness, do I make, so many mistakes. So many. And every time I do, my brain grows. It's so good. We love making mistakes and we celebrate our mistakes in room 4. That's so important. Okay. All the way across. Now, I'm noticing I'm getting like pencil lines. You can see those there. You see those? So I'm going to come in sideways and just cut into it with a slightly different direction of my pencil to try and get rid of those. Yeah? Just to try. If you've still got them, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Right. Down we come. Nice and hard from the top. Boom, 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 boom. All the way to the bottom. And this bottom part of the screw is going to be super dark. This is when, if you're pushing on a magazine, you can go, although don't scratch Mum and Dad's tables, please. I've got a very old desk that I'm working on that's got paint on it, as you can see. Like, I work a lot on, this is my art desk. If you want that line dark, you can remove your magazine underneath. Mums and Dads are cringing right now. Don't ruin Mum and Dad's furniture. Honestly, my mum has not forgiven me from when I painted one of her desks. She still hasn't. And pushing hard, nice and hard. Oh, look at that colour. Look how much darker that is on a harder surface. So this is if you've got a hardcover book, that's really good. You see that difference? Yeah? Push, push, push. Awesome. All right, we're going to leave our light bulb like this for a minute because we're going to now do the shading on the sides. I'm going to put my mat back. I've got some nice dark colour in there. Now, just like the tennis ball, whoop. Let's move you back. Beg your pardon. Thank you. Just like the tennis ball, holding it back up so you can see. Oh, up to the light. The front is catching the light. It's dark on the sides. So this part of our light bulb is dark on the sides. So we want to bring that shading up and around. Okay? So it is looking great. Oh, thank you. It is looking great. I hope yours are all looking good too. And you should be feeling really proud if you've gotten this far. Hopefully I'm taking a nice long time for you to actually do it. Okay. Oh, a meter-long mouse pad, Preston. We've got one of those. We call it like a gaming pad. They're very, very good. Adele. So is this Tyler and Bailey? Nice to see you guys. Oh, there's no mistakes in art, just differing expressions. Thank you, Taj and Wendy. That is absolutely true. There are no mistakes in art. Hi, Lucas Lee, room 4. Very, very cool. We're going to start getting some colour on the sides of this. So just like we did before, we're going to go nice and dark on the sides and bring it out to the front. All right. Now, I'm changing a little bit from an up and down. Because this is round, I'm actually doing little circles. Okay, so we're going to go circle, circle, circle. And bring it out. Start again at the back. Add that colour, and bring it out. Add that colour. Very cool. Loving it. You're doing good, Aria. I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited to see what you guys are creating. Oh. Hi, Nathan. Nice to see you. Long time no see. I bet you're wearing your cool glasses. So back again, get that colour in, and you can even go ahead of me now and start depositing that colour all around your light bulb. Notice I'm still leaving white. Please leave white. Very, very, very important to leave that white. All right, little circles coming up. Notice I'm changing my direction of my... Just experiment with it, guys. Change your direction of your pencil. Change the way you're doing it. Doesn't have to be up and down. Just do you. Yeah? That's the cool thing about art. You just get to do whatever you want. And if your light bulb's going to be upside down or sideways, or if your light bulb's really wonky, that is awesome. Because I often say that art is a representation of that person. And that's why when we do our portraits in room 4, next time when we're in level 2, come and have a look at room 4's art on the wall. Every single picture on the wall is such a representation of that kid. It is awesome. And I love it. Because you just go, oh, I love that. I love the way that child has done this. It's just so that kid, you know? Like Sophia. I love the way she did her face. It is so a sort of face Sophia would do, you know? It's really cool. So we're going to go across, across, across. I'm adding that colour. Yeah? It gets darker at the bottom of my light bulbs. That's okay. Let's add a little bit more colour in here. This is going to be a really dark little spot here. Okay, and then it's going to go out. This is royalty-free music. That's not too bad, is it? You believe this is the same thing. People creating music like this, gosh, they would have had to make so many mistakes to do that and to get it right, and then they publish it. How cool is that? You guys can do that too. Right, pushing hard. This is the bottom of my light bulb. I'm going to go back in here and add some more shadow. Really, really hard. I'm pushing super hard with my HB pencil now. I'm actually bending the page a little bit. Don't go through your page. That's the other thing. And then on the side, oh, rotate the canvas. Rotate. Thank you. Because I'm coming in now on this side. Oh, bring it down a bit. Little circles. Bring, bring, bring. Awesome. Very cool. On my Zoom meeting tomorrow, if you're in room 4, I hope to see you need to have your picture with you, okay? And room 4, you guys had a little bit of a head start on this because we started this last week on Tuesday, that day we went into lockdown. We started this art. I was so proud of it. I had teachers in my class and I was showing them. I was like, wow, look at this. Look at this amazing art that room 4's doing. Because we're learning how to sketch with pencils, aren't we? Here we go. Add a bit more colour in here. And that's that. I'll leave you to play around with that bit because we're going to move on to our next part soon. We've got about 20 minutes left in our stream. It doesn't have to stop when the stream stops. Your art can continue. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got now. What we've got is the bottom of a light bulb. we should have some shading in there. I can see that I've pushed really hard here because that's going to be the parts that don't get as much light as the other parts of the light bulb. I can see the shapes I've created, and I should, hopefully with a bit of shading, be able to see some roundness to that. I should be able to see some shape and some roundness to that. And we've created a screw. Simple machine, a screw, which is very, very cool. Now, notice I've still got, see how, I remember I made these lines down the middle? It's okay. Look, because you see those lines were still in there? Tap that rubber down. That's the same. If you've gone a bit too dark in there, use your rubber. Create a bit of light. A bit of light in space. I like the way that this light's starting on the side here, and then it kind of goes a bit diagonal. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to add a bit more colour, tiny bit more colour here to have my light going diagonal, and I'm just going to remove some colour here. I say colour, and I actually mean lead. It is kind of a colour. It's like a grey colour, I guess. Some shading, I should say. Yeah. There you go. I kind of like, and that's you. I mean, you can do whatever you like. I kind of like the way that mine's gone like that. My other one didn't. Let's have a look at my other one that I did earlier. Let's see the one I prepared earlier. This one didn't. Look, I had a whole lot more bumps. And you'll see that my sides were also created a little bit differently. Yeah? All right. Let's go and practice that holding our pencil at the end, because this is where we're going to really need it. Okay? We're going to add some shading to the sides of the glass of the light bulb. And so, putting your canvas down, let's do a hand check. How much lead do you have up the side of your hand? Mine's not too bad. You can kind of see it there. You can see it grey. Yeah, not too bad. True artists are always covered in their medium. It's true. What is the end outcome again? That is a really good question. Charlie, you are MVP. We are creating something like this. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's the other point. Step away from your work. Look how much better mine looks from far away. Yeah? Step away from your work. So I want you all to stand up now and step away from it and have a look at it. Because I will promise you, you're going to go, whoa, that looks crazy. Yeah? So that's what we're kind of working on right now. We're hoping that we're going to do this, and then eventually we're going to get onto those plants in the middle. Remember our reference photos? I'll hold those ones up again. Pulling a bunch of photos from the internet. Getting a lot of ideas. We're making a habitat in a light bulb today. Right, holding up pencils. Hi Mika, nice to see you. Very cool. So holding your pencil right on the edge, we are going to start following that line nice and dark, and then bringing it out very softly to create a roundness to our light bulbs. Okay, this will give our light bulbs the shape that we need. Now I'm going to start pushing very hard. Well, not very hard, but I'm going to be pushing firmer, or more firmly, I should say, on the outside, because that's really important. Don't go all the way in, okay? I only want you to go maybe from the top of your finger to your first knuckle. That's as far as I want you to go, okay? Don't colour to the middle, because we need to do stuff in there, and you're going to be rubbing it out, and the last thing you need is to be rubbing out all of your cool stuff. Okay, so let's go. Let's add that colour around. How we're going. I know the people that are not typing as much in chat are the ones that are actually doing their work. Charlie, let's have a viewer check. How many people do we have online right now? Tell me. You need to be my my stream manager. Nilanshi loves this. Excellent. I'm so glad, Nilanshi. Glad to see some of the kids from our junior school here. I was a junior teacher for a while, and I made them do this. It's all about learning the skills rather than it looking beautiful. Yeah? It's all about learning those techniques. You can then apply these techniques to other things. It doesn't have to look the same as mine. It's just, are you getting the skills? Notice the S bend here, 75, view 76, amazing. My goodness. Commitment is what I see. That bottom part of the light bulb is obviously going to get a little bit less light. So we've got a bit of an indentation coming in on the sides. And then obviously the bottom of the light bulb down here. Bring that in a bit. Not too much, okay, because we're going to be doing a bit of art there. Right, rotate the canvas. Let's go. Rotate, rotate. Going to the top of our light bulb now. Back into that those long, very soft shading lines. You guys have been so good. Who sticks their tongue out when they draw? I do. And I just realized I was doing it. It's actually a sign that your brain is concentrating when you do that. Very cool. All right, making sure that we're being nice and sensible in the comments. Remember that we are still representing our amazing school, showing our values of respect, kindness, and resilience. Resilience, keep going. Don't give up on your light bulb. Be respectful in the comments. Yeah? Respect, kindness, being kind to each other, and resilience. I love those values. Aren't they awesome? We live by those values at home as well. We show respect to our things. We show resilience. We don't give up. That's been really hard to show resilience in the last week. I bet you guys have had a struggle with that one too. I have. I've really struggled. Boy, it's been hard to be resilient when you just don't know what's going on. All right, I'm pushing nice and hard on the outside of my light bulb. My light bulb's a little bit wonky and I like it. I really like it. It's actually a bit skew, but I quite like it. All right, coming in here. There goes my tongue again. Very cool. And bringing it in. Okay, remember that little S-bend here? Add that shadow. Do you know what the worst thing is when you start doing a sketch, right? And then you need to sharpen your pencil and you can't find a pencil sharpener. It's hard not having the things you need. That's why I let you know what you needed. I should have said pencil sharpener, shouldn't I? Hopefully you've got one. Okay. I'm happy with that. I'm pleased. I'm very pleased. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. And the next is going to be your creative license. Creative license means you can do whatever you like. Last year, my students did a habitat and a light bulb because we were doing some living world stuff. And they did an undersea creatures with like seaweed coming up. They did the safari plains and the animals were like silhouettes and the trees were like dark silhouettes. But my reference picture again, let's go back to that reference picture I'll put down here, is the reference pictures. We are doing a garden and a light bulb. Now the middles are learning all about the gardens this term. Our topic is function, but we're figuring out how things work in the garden. So that's why we've gone with the garden. But then I also, you guys are doing function like simple machines, like, it all works. Okay, so we've got the middle of this. I'm going to go and rub this out. If you've got one, you can rub it out. Excellent. And let's start on a nice clean canvas. I'm probably going to put 2 flowers in. I don't want to put too much stuff in my light bulb. I want to keep it nice and clean, nice and simple. So very lightly, very, very lightly, I'm going to draw some basic shapes of where I want my flower to go. There's one. Hopefully you can see that. I'll move that around. Yeah. Or plants. Yes, Charlie, absolutely. Tyler, you did make the moon cheese. I remember that. I forgot until now. I remember laughing so hard at that. You did. You made the moon cheese. It was awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so let's get that flower going in. I'm going to have one flower going there, and I'm going to draw circles to where I'm actually going to have the flower. And then I'm going to have a flower kind of coming here, and I'm going to draw a circle there. So I've got a bit of balance on my page, okay? So we have a little bit of balance. Do we have to do flowers? Absolutely not. You can do whatever you like. Do whatever you want. The whole point of this lesson was to learn how to do a light bulb. Actually, the whole point of this lesson was to learn how to shade. That's what we were doing. Oh, and look, can you see my motto? Progress, not perfection. Okay? I don't want to see any perfection out there. No such thing. So, let's go. Doing those now. What do flowers have? Flowers have leaves. I want to draw some basic leaf shapes. I might even draw like a leaf coming out of here. Maybe a leaf coming into this empty space here. I could even draw, do you know what I could do is I could draw a little bee, a little honey bee, perching its way on the flower, getting some nectar, getting some pollen for its nectar. You know what I mean. I could do a honey bee. What happens if you draw something you don't like? Well, all you have to do is rub it out. That's the nice thing about pencil. You can only rub it out if you haven't pushed hard. Okay? So don't push hard. Thank you, Aria. Those are fantastic examples. Oh, I like that one. Oh, I'm going to add that one in. Okay, hold on. So she's given me something like this. Bring it in, and then it's got lots of little leaves coming from it. I'm going to actually make it come to the back. It's like one of those house plants. And then it's just going to kind of finish back here. Think of perspective. What are people looking at when they look at your drawing? Can they actually tell what it is? That's a really good question. Sometimes they're not going to, and maybe that's your intention. You don't want them to know what it actually is. And that's what you're going to do, is you're going to draw that. Bring it down. I'm going to have to sharpen my pencil. It's getting very blunt. My sharpener's over here. Go. Thank you very much to a special parent who's watching that donated these pencils to me. You know who you are, just so you know. Let's go. I want those leaves back here. So thinking again, remembering that things that are round, the light hits the front. So you want to create shading along the sides. Let's start with the stem of this flower. Actually, no, let's not do the shading yet. I changed my mind. Let's get some of these stems drawn in. Okay, I might even have a leaf like this. For those of you that would like to, you can even create sort of like a leaf that does this. Watch. Kind of goes to the top, and then it drops in like this. So you can see the underside. Ooh, and that underside is going to be so shaded, it'll look so nice. How cool would that be? So I know that there's a few of those beautiful, wonderful artists out there that are going to add these lovely little details that I do. I'm even going to like sort of not shade it in, but I'm going to indicate that that's going to be dark by the way that I've drawn it. Yeah, you can see that I've made that darker. I don't know what kind of flower I'm going to do. That's my problem. I love drawing leaves and I love drawing stems. But I have to admit that I really struggle with flowers. Let me go back to my reference picture and get inspired. I really like that one. This one's, push this down. This one's quite cool. That's like quite a sketch. You can see that's a picture of a sketch. So, oh, that one's got a butterfly on it. Ooh, bit of an idea. But I really like this sort of gerbera at the front. So, thanks, Holly. You're the best kid. Hi, Mrs. Nichols. Nice to see you. I was thinking about you yesterday. You just happened to have popped into my mind. Oh, a hydrangea. Oh, stop it. He had to have picked the hardest. My favourite flower is a hydrangea, but it is so hard to draw. I've painted it. In fact, yeah, you can see it. That is my painting of my hydrangea there, my watercolour. That was from last lockdown, actually. You can't see that one. I'm not going to pull it down because that means I have to stand up. But and then my headphones will pop off. But I love hydrangeas. I've got some gerberas up there too. I don't know which one to do. Okay, I have to make a decision. Right. Let's bring it round. I'm going to do sort of like this. I'm just going to go with it. There. Done. I did it. That's the flower I did. What do you think? Whew. I never know what to do for these things. And then I just kind of throw it in there and then hope it turns out okay. So hopefully... Tyler's made the moon cheese again, the cheese moon. I'm going to try again here. Oh, it's already looking a bit different. Oh, was it quiet with that concentration? All right, there's my flowers. I did it. Oh, it is beautiful. Thank you. I've got my kids watching from the other room. They're not allowed in here. Told them they're not allowed in here. Got a few minutes left, guys, so I'm just going to see. Remember, your leaves don't just stick out from the side of a plant. The leaves actually grow from the plant. So please make sure that when you do your stem, the leaf starts in the stem. If you can see that, let me bring that up a little bit. So you can see the leaf is going to start in the stem, not just on the side. Bring it out, boom, boom, and let's get that shape. Okay. Right, so we're going to keep going on this tomorrow. And, oh, no, not tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to do my next stream. I don't know. I'll have to think. This went really well. You'll have to let me know. You can comment on the post on Hero. Or you can actually comment, oh, dare I say it, comment on the video when I post this video on this channel. Should I do that? Should I make this a thing? You're doing an octopus, Eden. Love it. Or Andrew, one of the people's children. Love it. So, kind of comment what you want to do tomorrow. Like, I can show you how to do the shading of the different things. Like, right above my head here is intricate line work. So we can work on doing that, and that just means that we do those very intricate lines on those leaves just to add those details. Yes. We'll keep going tomorrow. Yeah, comment below. How often do you want to do this? Is this something that will help you? I don't think I can do it every day. Don't think my nerves can take it, to be honest. But we'll see how we go. You can also add some dimension to this leaf. Oh, what is she doing? Made a mistake. That's good. Oh, okay. I really want to see. Can you guys email me? You know my email, kayleep@mairangi.bay. Just send me what you've done. I want to see your incredible artwork. Oh, do you know what? At the bottom of this, it's going to look a little bit strange having like nothing there. So what you could add is like a few little blades of grass. Just a thought. If you want. Just a few weeds. Oh, I love it. Very cool. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up there, guys, for today. You can keep going with drawing your flowers and finish off shading your light bulbs, because I'm sure I've gone quite fast for some of you. Yeah, so just see how you go. Play around with it. Remember, if you don't push too hard, you can rub it out. But if you go and push too hard, for example, look at this. I can't rub that out all the way. Yeah? So that's not rubbing out all the way because I pushed really hard. So just be mindful of how hard you're pushing on your work. Play around with it. Send me what you've got. I want to see. Yeah. But that's it. It's 2 o'clock. It's been an hour. And we are going to end the stream there. I will send out, hopefully, fingers crossed, a a correct link that actually works. I had to get it 3 times to work because the links that YouTube kept giving me didn't work. And they were direct from the stream on YouTube. So, yeah. So, post in the comments below. If you, I think, subscribe to the channel, you might just get a notification when I go live, so that might help. Then I don't have to email all the time. And yeah, we'll do this again. We'll try and finish off our light bulbs and then get them up on our classes when we're in level 2 or level 3. Ooh, level 2. I think we all go back at level 2, don't we? Yeah. Yay. All right, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've loved chatting to all of you. It's been so nice to see all your gorgeous words, to know that you're there. Thank you so much for joining me. And please, 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 yeah, please do the art. I really want to see it. Please send them to me, okay? All right, guys.